Hi everyone, Sharon Brennan here, Cottage Lane Stamper. Thank you for joining me today on my Tuesdays at 2 Facebook Live. Let me see if I can find myself on my phone. Let's see, I need to change the, what do you call it? Host code. I'll put that out later on today. So anyway, hi Cindy, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today, let's see, 1st of February. So, wow, January went fast. Today we're going to be doing a card that can be used as a Valentine card or an anniversary card. Let's see, and also this is the last month for celebration. So if you want to get in on some of the freebies from this catalog, make sure you place your order before the end of February. So, and you can order from either the annual catalog or the mini catalog. And today we're going to be featuring this stamp set here. So it is called, the bundle is called Love and Happiness Bundle. And I'll have that information on the bottom of the screen later when I post this on my blog. So, excuse me. So, we are going to be doing, I'll show you the things that we're going to be using. So, the Love and Happiness stamp set. And also, I'm going to be showing you how to do, I don't know if you've seen the hybrid folders, but this folder in this stamp set is a hybrid. And so we'll be cutting with that too today. We're also going to be using some of our polished pink ink, and I got it here. Let's see, I cut a piece earlier. The shimmery vellum paper. So we're going to be using a piece of this too. And I'm going to show two cards. Show you how I did two cards actually. I'm just going to be doing one, but I used the negative pieces from this card. So I'm going to put you down to my desktop and we'll get started here. So I'm going to see if you have any comments, just I'll try to catch them and answer you. Otherwise, I'll catch them later. So let's put the desktop down. All right, we lost our signal for a minute, so I'm not sure what happened there. It's never happened before. We're going to put this back down again and see what happens. So there, I guess we're a little crooked, but we'll straighten it out a little bit. So and it actually will, when you emboss it, well, I'll show it to you after I emboss the background piece here. It leaves a little space around there for the heart. So if you just want to cut the heart out and put some stamp inside that, you certainly can. So like I said, this is the hybrid folder. And these two things come bundled together. You don't order them separately. So they come, and then if you, I shouldn't say bundle, but they come as one unit, I should say. And then if you order the stamp set, you can get that as a bundle. That's the technical term for ordering the dies and the stamp set. So we're going to set this aside and set this aside. And I have a piece of basic white cardstock, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. And what makes this a hybrid is that you die and you cut, emboss, I'm sorry, die cut and emboss at the same time. So this, I don't know if you can't see it here, but this has got a little stitching around on this side. This side will be the top, and this die fits right in there. It doesn't really snap in there, but it fits in there. So let me get the card out of the way. And then what I did was I kind of put my cardstock on top of it and kind of centered it from left to right, top to bottom, best I could. And hopefully, I think I got a little crooked. It fell out. So we'll try it this way, because the heart is on this side too. So I'm going to put this here and center it and straighten it as much as I can. And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to bring my machine in. I need the big one for this, so I don't know if you can see that's kind of close, but let me raise it up a little bit. Well, that make you sick. Now when you're die cutting, I've mentioned this before, you always want to put the fold in first when you put it through your machine. So always fold in first, because if you go this way with the open end in first, this will put pressure on the fold and eventually it will crack. So this is also a 3D folder. So if you want even more texture, what you can do is spritz your paper ahead of time, and I didn't think to do that. And then because this is a 3D folder, we just need our base plate and then the gray adapter plate. So, and pop, pop. There we go. So, get this out of the way. Do that 10 times, and that will get you some exercise. Not that the machine is heavy, I'm just really weak. So here it is cut and embossed. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love this. It's just absolutely beautiful. And it's cut out the heart too. So we're gonna set this aside. Oh, and I should tell you a little bit about the other dies in here too. There are 2 label dies, a little teeny tiny one and a larger one, and another heart and some leaves with stitching in them, and you have 4 little flowers. So I think this set is absolutely gorgeous. So we have this, and then what I guess I'm not done with my machine yet. Let's see. I need to cut out a heart. This is the shimmery vellum. So you can see that shimmer there. I need to cut out another piece. Bring this back. And I'm just going to do the heart this time. So I'll do get my die back in here. Open it up. Flip it over. Make sure it doesn't wiggle. And this is the sparkly side, so I want the matte side face up. I think I just moved, nope, I didn't move the die. So we're gonna close this up and then run this one through our machine. It's gonna pop. Oh, it's not too bad. I thought it was really gonna make a lot. Sometimes, I don't know, depends on how I do it, I think. It really pops. So, get this out of here. And our plate. So now we can actually make 2 different cards from this if we wanted to. We're going to put the negative piece on this one and the negative heart on this one, or however you want to say it. fill the negative space. So we're going to take this, and I have a piece of polished pink cardstock, and it is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Right, I think that's what it is. So we're gonna attach this. Now when you're attaching embossed pieces, you obviously have a lot of little negative spaces there, so you're gonna want a really good adhesive so your card doesn't fall apart. So I usually will use my Stampin' Seal Plus on something like this, or glue if you have that. And I'm gonna do all the way down, and then a little around the heart too, because I want that part to stay down. So I'm gonna center this on here. I got a little bit of adhesive sticking over the edge, so I'm just gonna bend that. I went over the edge of the cardstock. So we're gonna put this on here. And then we're gonna take, yeah, that's right. Got myself confused for a second. Some dimensionals, and we're gonna pop a few on the back there. I think 3 should be good. And let's see if I can, when I was doing this earlier this morning, my hands are so, I don't know, staticky, that the little pieces from the dimensionals are sticking to it. So we got that. I have to take my jacket off because it is really warm up here. There we go. So we've got that, and then we're going to, I've got a piece of the sheer polished pink ribbon, and I'm going to attach that to the bottom here. So I've got my Stampin' Seal. Make sure I have the right end. There. And we're just going to wrap this right around. Kind of center it under the point of the heart. It's good to have a little extra. This morning when I was doing my sample, I didn't leave enough extra when I was making my bow. So we have that, and let's get our card base back here. So I've already, this is 8.5 by 11, scored at 4 1/4. And I like to really give these a good burnish so that your cards lay really flat. So, and then we're gonna put some more Stampin' Seal on here. There we go. And center that so it looks like that. Then I have a piece of basic white, and I think that's a piece of Whisper White. There's not much color difference, but there is a tiny bit. I had a piece in my basket. Let me see. This is like 1/4 of an inch thick. Looks like I may need to change my cutting blade because it's a little rough there. So what I do when that happens, I just have this old nail brush and just run it along the edge, and it kind of smooths out that rough side there. So we are going to use, I'm going to make another, I think, anniversary card. And this one says, celebrating your anniversary. And I have my polished pink stamp pad. And see if I can do this upside down. Make sure I haven't gotten around when these rubber stamp, the red rubber. Gotta be careful sometimes for the edges. So, especially if you have a tendency to rock your stamps when you're going like this. If you go like that and rock it, if you have any edge, any ink around the edge, it's going to get on, catch your cardstock. So that one turned out pretty good. And I am going to trim this off just a smidge. I'm actually going to use my paper cutter. So bring it in here, and I'm going to line the edge of my sentiment up with the 1 here. Not that you have to do this. I did it for the other one, so I'm going to do it again. And line the end of this up with the 1 millimeter. Is that what that is? Centimeter? I tell ya, not really good with metric. And then I have the Lovely Label Punch. Lovely Labels Pick a Punch. And you can actually do 6 different size labels. So it goes from 1/2 to 3/4 to 1 inch. And I like to turn it over. And I'm going to use this one here. And I like, see if I can get it the first time. I'm trying, this is like almost the edge of these 2 metal pieces here is like a 1/4 of an inch. So I'm trying to straighten it out, and it should stay in the track, but sometimes I wiggle it. We're going to punch that. Yay, did pretty good. And slide it in the track. Try to make sure it's centered from side to side. Not bad. So we have that, and we are going to put this right across here. And since this is popped up a little bit, I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on either end of that. And if you wanted to make sure this is more secure, you could put a glue dot in the middle. But you don't want a dimensional in the middle because this is already up a 1/4 of an inch. So see if I can get these off here. And celebrating your anniversary. Isn't that a gorgeous card? And you could do this in any color. I just happen to like pink a lot. And then you could stamp a sentiment on the inside. So I have one here. Here's to another year of love, laughter, and happily ever after. So I'm going to stamp that on the inside, and hopefully I won't rock it. So ink this up. Maybe you're stamping it right side up would be a good thing too. There. I think that's gorgeous. Now if there's a little, some little flowers in the stamp set, I would probably do that. But so there is one card. Now we have the materials for another card here, and we can do the exact same thing, except for I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'll do it anyway. Just because it's right here. We'll finish this off. So I've got another piece of 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4. And we could put this on a piece of white cardstock, which I happen to have, just to give it a little bit of stability because it is vellum. You want something a little bit more stable. So it's the same size. And I'm actually going to use, I think the Stampin' Seal will be okay on this. Stampin' Seal Plus. I love being able to use the negative pieces from whatever I cut out. So let's see if I can get this lined up good. If I can get one corner, and the other corner should follow. Here. It's a little long here, but I'm just going to take my trimmer real quick. It's like a 1/16 of an inch. And maybe try it again. Try to get that right in that groove there. Could take your scissors too. Might have been a better idea. Hand cut it. Let's do that. There. Oh, one little piece left there. And you could actually just take this and stamp the sentiment right in the middle if you wanted to too. But we're going to use this heart that we've already got. And another card that I did in white. And then I did sponging on top of this. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that sponging on this one or not. I think I will, just to give you another look. So I'm going to take this, and I've got my sponge, my blending brush, I should say. And you kind of want to go off the side and go on to the middle, like that. I'm going to work onto it. You don't want to start right in the middle because it'll leave a blob. So, and you could make it as dark as you want. I don't want it real dark, I don't think. This little piece up here I want. So, put this and this. Now, should I have left it white? Maybe. Maybe. But we'll go with this. So we're going to adhere this to the back. I'm really fly by night, let me tell you. Hold on. If we want ribbon on this, we'll do something different with ribbon. So we're going to pop this up. And if you have something that, like a dark shape that you're wanting dimensionals for too, Stampin' Up! Does have the black dimensionals in both the regular size and then the small size. So, I'm going to do that. I know what you could do. I just, like I said, I go by the seat of my pants. This is Winkostella, and we could just color this all over too and make this sparkly. I never really have too much of a plan, as you can tell. I just so used to winging it. Anyway, so I don't know if you can see that sparkle on there or not. It's got a little bit of sparkle. And I think for the ribbon, we are going to use, I've got it handy here. I moved all my stuff around this morning. There it is. I love this ribbon. It is the Crinkled seam binding ribbon. And we're just gonna, I already attached it, so we're just gonna make a bow. And there. What I love about this too, it's so soft and easy to work with. And then you pull the bow out. But you can also color it with your alcohol markers if you don't have ribbon in your stash in the color that you want. So they carried this over from last year's catalog, and I'm so glad that they did. Let's see. Pull on this a little bit more. Get my fabric scissors out here. or ribbon scissors, oops. And we're just going to attach this to the bottom here with a glue dot. And the sentiment, let's see, celebrating your anniversary. Let's see, we'll do a congratulations one, I think. And I have a 1-inch piece of cardstock here. And I rocked it. See? That's what I was telling you about. Did it again. All right. Third time, wise up. There. Actually, I should have done on the other side here. Oh well, doesn't matter. And we're gonna cut this off. There. And we're gonna use, I think, gotta open it up. Use the same one, and this might be a little bit more than an inch, so I'm just going to trim off a hair of it. There. I save all my scrap pieces, so for things like this. I don't know if you guys do that, but I'm going to center this as best I can. This will give you an idea of what the other size label looks like too when you punch it. There. And I think we're just going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus on the back of this one. And put it right there. So, we have 3 different cards here. These 2 are the same, my original ones, and these 2 are using the negative pieces in another way. So you have to let me know which one you like the best. Hi, Angela. Thanks for stopping in. Anyway, I love this stamp set. Like I said, I will have all the information on my blog, probably by tomorrow, along with the sizes. And my blog is cottagelandStamper.com. And on my website, I also have retired supplies that I sell too. So if you're ever looking for something that's retired, and I'll be adding more to those because I'm downsizing a little bit. So anyway, just to review, we use the hybrid folder that comes with with these dies. So these 2 come as 1 unit, and they are bundled with this Love and Happiness stamp set. So love this folder. You can do so many different things with it. I mean, you've got wedding, you've got engaged, you have Valentine, and I like this too. I don't have a husband anymore, but you could put this to my husband, or for my husband it says. But there's so many nice greetings that you'd use for anniversaries, weddings, Valentines, or just, I love you, to the one I love, like happy birthday. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for stopping in. And like I said, I'll be back next Tuesday, and if you're interested in this bundle, then it is on page 11 of the mini catalog. If you don't have a mini catalog, you can also download the PDF from the Stampin' Up website. And then through the end of February, you can order something free for every $50. You can choose one item from the brochure. So, just want to flip up and say, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please share it with your friends. And take care, and we'll see you next Tuesday. God bless. Bye.